All right, welcome to day one of Vacation Bible School. I know we wish we were here at church, running around, having fun like we do every year, but this is going to be great. We're doing a virtual Vacation Bible School. Here's how it's going to work. For the next half an hour or so, we've got a bunch of things on this video for you to watch. There's going to be story time, there's going to be games, there's going to be crafts. It's going to be amazing. And all you got to do is just play this and then every so often stop and do the craft or the game that we talk about. It's going to be great. And every day at 7 p.m., a new Vacation Bible School episode is going to drop. But before that, at 6:30, we'd love for you to get on a Zoom with us. You can find that, the address on our website or on the church app. And we're going to talk about what happened on the day before and show each other crafts and get excited for what's coming up next. The one thing you're going to need each day is some craft supplies. So here's what you need for day one. Today you need some scissors, pipe cleaner, or cardboard. Either one will work. And then some ribbon. All right, once you got that, you're good to go. So enjoy Vacation Bible School.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. And we stand together. Your power
Hey, VBS family. Welcome to my pantry. You probably have something like this in your house or a place where you keep your food. So when you're hungry, you come on in something like this and you look for something to eat. Like maybe I want to have some Fruity Pebbles, or maybe I want to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or maybe I'm going to pick up some golden Oreos, or some crackers, or some bumblebee lemon pepper tuna sensations. Who knows? Many of us have something like this, but did you know there's many people that live up here in the Antelope Valley that don't have a pantry? In fact, they don't have food to eat on a regular basis. That's why we partner with Pear Blossom United Methodist Church and their food bank. We donate every month food so that our brothers and sisters in Pear Blossom can have something to eat. So all this week during Vacation Bible School, we're going to be inviting you into what it's like to be a part of the Pear Blossom Food Pantry. And maybe along the way, you and your family can grab some canned goods, some peanut butter, some soup, maybe some canned tuna or salmon, maybe some Spam, whatever it is, some Chef Boyardee, some vegetables, some fruit cocktail. Pick a bunch of things from your pantry or go to the store and pick some up yourself, and then bring them to the church office. We're going to have a basket outside the office and one outside the preschool. So all during VBS week, you can come and bring food to help those that don't have food that live right up here in the Antelope Valley. All right, we'll see you tomorrow during KidVid.
Therefore, the kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king who wished to settle accounts with his servants. When he began to settle, one was brought to him who owed him 10,000 talents. And since he could not pay, his master ordered him to be sold, with his wife and children and all that he had, and payment to be made. So the servant fell on his knees, imploring him, "Have patience with me, and I will pay you everything." And out of pity for him, the master of that servant released him and forgave him the debt. But when the same servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 denarii, and seizing him, he began to choke him, saying, "Pay what you owe." So his fellow servant fell down and pleaded with him, "Have patience with me, and I will pay you." He refused and went and put him in prison until he should pay the debt. When his fellow servants saw what had taken place, they were greatly distressed, and they went and reported to their master all that had taken place. Then his master summoned him and said to him, "You wicked servant, I forgave you all that debt because you pleaded with me. And should not you have had mercy on your fellow servant as I had mercy on you?" And in anger his master delivered him to the jailers until he should pay all his debt. So also my heavenly Father will do to every one of you if you do not forgive your brother from your heart.
Well, good evening, VBS families. Welcome to game night. We're going to be playing a trivia game that's just very loosely based on the parable of the unforgiving servant. So you're going to hear things about kings and servants and talents and 10,000 and debts and, hey, have a lot of fun. Here's what you got to do. As a family, get a piece of paper and number things from 1 to 10, 1 through 10. And then you're going to write down the answer as I ask you the questions, and then we're going to grade it right away. And make sure you pick an answer before you move on to the next one. If you're not really sure, you can pause the video and wait until you make your decision and then hit play to keep going. So here we go. Question number 1. Who lived longer, King David or King Solomon? King David or King Solomon? The answer is King David. He lived 70 years. King Solomon just lived 60. Question number 2. How many hamburgers does Burger King serve every year? Is it more than 1.85 billion or less than 1.85 billion hamburgers? More than 1.85 billion or less than 1.85 billion? The correct answer is more. They serve 2.4 billion hamburgers every year. You might say that's a whopper. Question number 3, which weighed more? 10 King Kongs from the 2005 King Kong movie, or all of Solomon's gold? Which weighed more, 10 of the King Kongs or all of Solomon's gold? The answer is Solomon's gold. That was estimated at 500 tons, and the King Kong from the 2005 movie was about 25 tons, so 10 of them would be 250 tons, so it's almost half of what Solomon's gold weighed. Question number 4. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the oldest officer to be given a Medal of Honor, was he more than 91 years old or less than 91 years old at the time that he received the award? Was he older than 91 years or less than 91 years old? And the answer is older than 91. Commander William Leslie King from the British Royal Navy was a submarine commander in World War II. He received a medal for military service when he was 96 years old in 2006. In our parable, they talk about a talent that was given or owed. A talent in biblical times was actually a unit of weight. And when the servant was given a number of talents, it would have been that amount of weight in gold. So here's the question. Was one biblical talent more than $1 million or less than $1 million? Just one talent, when you weighed it in gold, was it more than $1 million or less than $1 million? The correct answer is more than $1 million. It was approximately $1.4 million. Question number 6. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, what was the largest number of people that were served at a silver-plated dinner party? Was it more than 15,000 people or less than 15,000? I mean, that's a lot of servants to serve. Was it more than 15,000 or less than 15,000 people? The correct answer is more than 15,000. In fact, it was 16,206 people that were served at the Washington Convention Center in Washington, D.C. Number 7, which weighs more? 10,000 pounds of feathers or 10,000 pounds of rocks? In our parable, there are 10,000 talents, but we're talking about which weighs more, 10,000 pounds of feathers or 10,000 pounds of rocks. The correct answer is, it's a tie, because they both are 10,000 pounds. You got 10,000 pounds of feathers and 10,000 pounds of rocks, same. In our parable, the servant owed his master a ton of money, quite a debt. Well, our country has a debt as well. How much is the current approximate national debt for the United States? Is it more than $32 trillion or less than $32 trillion? More than $32 trillion or less than $32 trillion? The correct answer is less. In fact, it's approximately $26.5 trillion. So it's way, way lesser than 32 trillion. Number 9, which came first, 10,000 BC or Ratatouille? I'm talking about the movie. When did the movies come out? The movie 10,000 BC or the movie Ratatouille? Which came first? The correct answer is Ratatouille. Ratatouille premiered in 2007 and 10,000 BC premiered in 2008 AD. So go figure. And number 10, the final question. How many parables did Jesus tell in the Gospel of Luke? Was it more than 23 or less than 23? In the Gospel of Luke, which is where our parable comes from today, did Jesus tell more than 23 parables or less than 23? The correct answer is more. He told 24 parables. That's a lot of parables. All right, add them up. How many did you get right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Anybody get all of them right? That would be incredible. If you had at least 3 right, you're doing great. If you had at least 5 right, you're doing even better. And if you had 7 or more correct, you are stupendous. Well done.
Bad dancing is encouraged. You with a nose on your face. I saw you. You move. Isabel, you move. Oh, wait, or is that Lucia? You know who you are.
Hey! You with the flip-flops on. Did you move?
Hey, you in the glasses. You moved.
Hey! You in the red shirt. I saw you move.
Pastor Jim. You know, Pastor John is so much better at this than you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly. Welcome to day 1 of VBS. And today I'll be showing you how to make the craft. Now today's craft is called the Forgiving Heart, in correlation of the story, the parable of the Unforgiving Servant. So what you'll need for this craft, you have 2 options. You can either make one out of pipe cleaners, string, ribbon, or yarn. And your second option is this one, made out of cardboard, ribbon, and pipe cleaners. If you don't have pipe cleaners, then you can just use string or yarn. So for the first one, I just had pipe cleaners lying around, and you take your pipe cleaner and you tie the ends together. I just twisted it, and yeah. So once you have this, I just pushed this down and made like a V shape, and then you do the same thing on the bottom, but make a little point, and now you have your heart. Now the purpose of this craft is to it honors forgiveness, whether you've asked for it or someone else has asked for it. Now this heart out of pipe cleaner represents a time in your life where you've forgiven someone, or you've asked for forgiveness from someone, or they have forgiven you. So you start with the open heart, and every time someone forgives you, or you forgive them, or have asked for forgiveness, you take a piece of string, yarn, or ribbon, and you tie it around the heart, and you'll get something like this. Now the next craft out of cardboard, I just used a old cereal box like this. Now you can freehand or stencil the heart. I just freehanded it, and okay, so once you have your heart, so when I was making this craft, I found that the ribbon tends to slip off the heart. So to prevent that, I cut a small line in all around the heart so that your ribbon won't slip out and it has something to hold on to, like this. And you'll have all sorts of little slits in the heart. And you take your string and start with the end piece. Just put it through the hole and continue. So just continue to wrap around the heart like so. And you can wrap the string or yarn or whatever you're using as many times as you would like. It's kind of up to you. And I'm going to cut my string and tie it. Okay. So once you have something like this, you will tie your string, yarn, pipe cleaner, whatever you're using to tie around it. So I cut my pipe cleaners into thirds, and I put the pipe cleaner, I slid through one of the little spacings and I have on the string, and I just wrapped it, or you can tie it, either one, like this. And there you go. So you can trim it, or you can keep it like this. So yeah, these are some examples that I have started, haven't finished, but still working on them. But yeah, this is what your end result will look like. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and stay safe, wear face masks, make sure you put hand sanitizer on, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, oh. open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. And we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Wasn't that great? Did you guys have fun? I hope that you enjoyed yourselves today. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you are feeling inspired to love as Jesus loved and to live compassionately. Don't forget to join us on Zoom at 6:30 p.m. on Monday night. We can't wait to spend a little bit of time with you and talk about what we did at VBS and what you really enjoyed and what got you excited. The link to that Zoom meeting will be on our church website as well as the app. Now, for the next episode of VBS, for day 2 of our VBS, you will need for our craft supplies the following things. You'll need some paper, you'll need some glue or tape, some scissors, and some crayons or markers, as well as a pencil or pen. Make sure you have that ready for our next episode of VBS. And now I'd like to introduce our final prayer for today. Each episode of VBS, everything is going to be finalized with a prayer from one of you, one of our VBS campers. And here they are.
Dear God, thank you for this day at VBS. Thank you for our church leaders and families who helped bring your word and love to us. Amen.